If you're new to shooting handguns, you've probably experienced this. Your shots are inconsistent, the recoil feels harder to control than it should, and the pistol doesn't seem to return to the target the way you expect. Many beginners assume this is their trigger control or aiming, but more often than not, the real problem starts with your gripping the firearm. Today, we're gonna fix that. The reason grip is so important is that proper grip can help you compensate for mistakes in other areas. Even if your stance isn't perfect yet or your trigger control is still developing, having a solid grip, proper alignment between the firearm and your hand will already improve recoil control and consistency. So let's start with dominant hand placement. First, let's position your dominant hand as high as possible on the backstrap of the pistol. A clear indication of good hand placement will be that the web of your hand is engaging the very top of the tang of the firearm, or also referred to as the beaver tail. Now, this high grip is extremely important. The higher your hand sits on the backstrap, the more control you'll have over the recoil and the less muzzle rise you'll experience when firing the gun. At this stage, the dominant hand should provide solid control of the firearm, but we're not relying on it alone. Now we add the support hand. Your support hand plays a major role in stabilizing the firearm. Bring your support hand in from the side and wrap it around the exposed portion of the grip left by your dominant hand. The goal here is simple: fill the empty space on the grip. The palm of your support hand should make as much contact with the exposed grip as possible. The more meat you get onto the pistol, the greater control you're going to have over it while it's firing. So to demonstrate that, simply place the support hand into this gap here, wrap your fingers around the front, and they will clamp onto the grooves on your dominant hand right there. The action you want on your support hand is similar to a C-clamp. You want your fingers to squeeze in to your palm. That is a solid grip on the pistol. This hand should be tired at the end of your shooting session. If it's not, you're not using your support hand enough. Now, the question I get most of the time is, what do I do with my thumbs? Some shooters try and force them into the side of the pistol to attempt to control the recoil of the pistol. If done correctly, yes, you can control the recoil a little bit more, but I prefer just to place them to the side. If they're in a relaxed position just next to the slide, one, you're not influencing the pistol, and two, you're less likely to impact any of the controls or influence them on the side, stopping the pistol from locking back when empty, etc. Now, as for grip pressure, this is always a very hot topic. Most instructors out there, most YouTube videos out there will tell you 60-40, 80-20. Squeeze it like it owes you money. It is all over the place. Me personally, if you tell me 60-40, there is no way for me truly to calculate that. No one can really calculate 60% grip strength on a pistol. Every person's grip strength is different, so the result will be different. In all honesty, the only purpose of your dominant hand is to hold the pistol. It's a nice solid grip. Just make sure when you shake the pistol, it doesn't shake loose. If it's rattling like that, apply more grip. Get a nice solid grip on it. The support hand, on the other hand, is the one doing all the work. So that's applying that C-clamp squeeze right there and allowing this hand to still be relaxed but holding on to the pistol so you can work the trigger as fast as you need to. Now, to summarize, a nice high grip on the pistol. Your fingers wrap around the grip. Trigger finger always straight next to the side of the frame, never in the trigger guard until you're ready to shoot. Support hand fills the gap that you've left on the frame. Thumbs forward, not pushing on the frame, just relax next to the pistol. That is a proper grip. So now for the secret part of this video, to take your grip from here to here. Most channels will tell you that it's important to align the pistol with your arm. this is misleading. Because if you could grip it like this, it still looks like it's aligned with my arm, right? Rear side is aligning with my wrist. Wrist is aligning with my elbow. It looks like a straight line. But I can position it slightly different. And that little centimeter, half a centimeter of angle really does make a difference. As soon as a pistol's grip feels comfortable, and you normally hear your new shooters say this all the time. Glocks have a horrible grip, feels like a brick. CZs feel better, Sig Sauer feels better, etc. But as soon as you grip the pistol and it's comfortable, you're holding it incorrectly. It was made to feel uncomfortable. Nothing natural about this grip and how it's gonna point. Not if it's a Walter, a CZ, nothing. They're not made to feel comfortable. So a quick and easy way to see if you're gripping your pistol correctly is simply align it to the whip of your hand, straight to your wrist, to the best of your ability, straight to your elbow. Now, when you present the pistol, the sights should be perfectly lined up every single time. There should be no adjustment left to right to get the front sight in between the rear sight posts. If there's the slightest misalignment on presentation, you're not gripping it correctly and you need to adjust it in your hand. Just keep focusing there. A general rule is you can look at the front of your fingers right here. If you are overextending too far, you start making this triangle effect here with these joints. That's completely wrong. You generally want to have the flat face here. And then when you present, it's going to be perfectly lined up every single time. Now, your hand size might make this work a little bit differently. Test it, check it. You'll find that sweet spot where presentation is perfect every single time. Now, in the first video I'm going to show you, I tried my very best to slightly take the pistol out of alignment with my hand, so overextending on the right hand side. And what this generally causes is you shoot a group a little bit to the right. You'll notice that even if you do your sight alignment perfect every single time, your stance is good, presentation, you're gonna shoot a little bit to the right. Now most shooters will try and compensate for this. You'll adjust the sights to shoot where you're aiming, compensating for a bad habit in your grip alignment. You see it a lot with your red dot users as well. They adjust the red dot. I'll pick up someone else's pistol. I will do absolutely everything perfect. And when I take that shot, I'm shooting a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, depending on how they held their grip when they sighted that pistol. So, first video, SFP 9 up, 5 shots, 10 meters with the grip slightly to the right. As you can see here, not perfectly lined up with my hand. However, when you present, you twist your hand. Everything feels right, but upon that trigger squeeze, and I'm gonna do my best to try and capture that on video here as well. Every time you pull the trigger, you're actually pulling that side a little bit to the right. And that's just because of how the muscles are now pulling in your arm. It's not natural. Now moving on to our second video, and firstly a disclaimer, I am not a professional shooter. I am an average shooter. I'm just like every single one of you. And every single one of you can shoot better as well, as long as we practice and we apply these small little tricks of the trade. But for the second video, we're gonna center the pistol perfectly in the hand. You're gonna have this nice flat face finger presentation here in the front, proper C-clamp thumb position, and apply all the fundamentals that we discussed earlier correctly. Let's see how it changes things. And immediately you will notice I am more comfortable with the pistol and my rate of fire increases. And here we can see the results. I'm not gonna cheat you on it. I didn't switch to a red dot, anything like that. You're gonna see the target come back at me. I'm actually taking a photo of it. This is the type of improvement you can expect once you apply this small little trick of just aligning the pistol correctly in your hand. It should not feel comfortable. Sight alignment should be perfect on presentation every single time. And once you achieve that, you're gonna get this type of groups. 3 shots in 1 hole basically, 2 a little bit higher. I'm happy with that. 10 meters iron sight, something I don't normally shoot. I can live with that. In our next video, we'll be focusing on stance and sight alignment. Hope you guys join me on the journey.